Welcome, folks. This is a real quick, short video. If you could watch it all the way through, I'd appreciate it. Before we get in this, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and ring the bell for future notifications. And please give this video a thumbs up. Just hit that thumbs up. And leave a comment what you think about this or not. Did Donald Trump sign the Insurrection Act? Just a lot of speculation going out there, folks. A lot of news organizations jumped on the bandwagon and said yes he did. Well, I believe would have to be notified if he did, the way it works. But we're going to jump into this here just a real little bit so that you understand what the Insurrection Act is. After all that problems that they had over there with people protesting that turned into riots that got out of control, with the Capitol building that got rioted. It's a big difference between a protest and a riot. Protest is people protesting. That's what America's about. But once it turns into violence and thievery and vandalism, then it just becomes criminal acts with the folks that are doing that. Okay, the unfounded posts have gained traction in the wake of the U.S. Capitol breach on Wednesday that engulfed the nation capital in chaos and left 5 people that passed away, including an officer with the U.S. Capitol Police. The news organizations just took off with this, and it's not 100% true, and I can sit here and tell you, I don't know if this Insurrection Act has been signed or not, because there's no clear evidence of it, so you can't say that. You can, but you don't know if it was the truth. While the law provides ample legal footing for president to deploy the military, if they so choose, in practice, it's been used sparingly. The most notable application of law was perhaps in its invocation to enforce desegregation in the 1950s. The main provision of the Insurrection Act states that troops can only be deployed to an American state by the president if the governor or state legislation requests it. The Insurrection Act hasn't been invoked since 1992, during the riots in Los Angeles that followed the acquittal of 4 white police officers in the beating of Rodney King. I remember that very clearly when all that happened. It was terrible. A black man, according to the Congressional Research Service. Really wasn't a beating. It was more than that. It was just complete torture to that man, if you've seen the videos of it. That is just my opinion. Congress amended the law after Hurricane Katrina in 2006 to give more clarity about its use during natural disasters, but dropped some of those changes a year later after objections by state governors who did not want to cede their authority. There are examples of presidents using troops over the objections of governors, as Dwight Eisenhower, later John F. Kennedy, and Lyndon B. Johnson did during the Civil Rights era. In particular, Eisenhower invoked the Insurrection Act when he federalized the Arkansas National Guard and then sent the 101st Airborne Division into Little Rock to integrate the schools. A separate law, the Post-Comedius Act, read a long description of it here, does seek to prohibit the use of military to enforce laws unless expressly authorized by Congress or the Constitution. There are exceptions in that law for insurrection of rebellion and after the Patriot Act for terrorism. Well, folks, nobody knows if Donald Trump signed the Insurrection Act or not. We will find out when he does. But like I said, a lot of news are out there saying he did, and nobody really knows. Again, thank you for watching this video on the Insurrection Act and a little brief of history when it was used. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and ring the bell for future notifications. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by. And most of all, take care and be safe.